what do you say to people who are following a whole food plant-based diet and their blood sugar is still over, their fasting blood sugar is still over 100? So, 100, between 100 and 110, and they've been told it should be below 100. And they're exercising, they're eating whole food plant-based, they stop eating after dinner. What do you tell them to go to get their blood sugar down more?
It's funny because, I speak at a lot of conferences in person and even events where a lot of people are plant-based and vegans. I look in the audience and I see all these people that are still overweight on plant-based diets. And I even, I berate them a little bit and say, you have, it's not just, sure, you're on a plant-based diet, but we have to control what we're eating. And we know if we want to lose more weight, we got to eat foods that are filling, but have more, artichokes and asparagus and eggplant and peppers and onions and tomatoes and mushrooms. We have to eat more low-calorie foods. And some of these low-calorie foods like eggplants and tomatoes and onions and mushrooms have glycemically favorable effects because they build the bacteria in the gut too. They're low in calories, of course, but they build the bacteria in the gut, and the proper microbiome utilizes glucose and slows the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream. So we turn a moderate glycemic food into a low glycemic food by eating the green vegetables, the cruciferous greens, and the lettuces raw, and the scallion and onion, and the cooked mushrooms and the cooked beans, that when you do these foods that build the microbiome up, you have better glucose control. But in almost all those cases, what you do is you analyze the person's body fat. And some people may not look that heavy. They may be a woman of 5'5", maybe 130 pounds, 140 pounds. But you know what? You put her on the body fat scale and she still has 27, 28% body fat. She's still overweight. And even though she doesn't look it, that you can't really have a healthy glycemic response unless you're in the favorable range of body fat, which means a woman's body fat should be below 25%. And in this case, where a person has burnt out their beta cells by eating unhealthily when they were younger, their body fat should be below 24%. And then likewise, a male's body fat should be below 15%. And maybe if in that case, we have to bring them down below 14% body fat in order to get the optimal glycemic control. Because one thing I'm saying right now here is I'm saying all overweight people are pre-diabetic, even if their glucose level is normal. Even if the glucose level is 85, if they're overweight, they're still pre-diabetic because fat cells on the body block the uptake of insulin, and therefore the beta cells that produce excess insulin. And excess insulin is a formula for shortening lifespan and increasing risk of all causes of death. We want to produce low amounts of insulin and keep the sugar down simultaneously. And there we have to control our calories, control our body weight, and control the quality of what we eat as well. So all these things play a role. And keep in mind, I mentioned earlier in this interview that about the lipemic load. Remember we talked about that term, lipemic load, how much fat rushes into the bloodstream? Because I'm saying here that fat on the body interferes with the function of the insulin receptor and makes people pre-diabetic or diabetic. And fat in the bloodstream, the lipemic load also makes it hard to get the glucose out of the blood and impairs insulin function. So when you're using oil on your food, compared to using nuts and seeds, of course, or not using oil, if we're throwing a lot of oil in the blood or a lot of fat in the blood as we're eating something that's sweet, it's the combination of the fat on the body and the fat lipemic load of that meal that is interfering with the proper utilization and function of insulin. So all these things have to be considered, and it becomes very easy to fix diabetics. And I see people, obviously, as you know, they're severely diabetic, and within 3 weeks they become non-diabetic in so many cases, and they're still overweight, but they're eating so healthfully, and they're eating within their caloric window, and they're eating the right balance of food, and their diabetes is going to go away. So it would be a reason to scrutinize what they're doing under a little more carefully to see where their weakness might be if they're still not getting best results.